Another episode of Leap36 Podcast. I'm LeRoy Butler, Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 2022. And what's your name, man?
Yeah, that too. Him too.
Tell the people your name.
Yeah.
Man.
Gray. Ellerson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times you gonna say that joke?
Gray. And here's the thing: you try to put it off on somebody else that wrote the envelope that said you didn't do it, and I'm trying to figure out because
Allegedly.
you went to Florida State, maybe you're a little dyslexic or something like that. But then you actually gave me the envelope with it spelled Gray.
Allegedly.
All the letters are in there. They just organized wrong.
Don't be mad at Florida State because we go to the pros and y'all get y'all degree.
Like
man, leave us alone.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to another episode. I want to get to the Dallas game. I know we're going to talk about that, but I want to talk about the Titans. But it was some shocking news. First, Gary, what did you think about Colin Hill and Amari Rodgers? Amari Rodgers, third-round pick. I mean, when he fumbled the ball against Dallas, I think that was his fifth fumble. What was your take on that?
Here's what I don't like.
Oh, boy.
Because LeRoy, you can tell me how you feel, but because you and I played the game, we know how hard it is to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like all these jokers on Twitter. So he needs to be gone. Cut him right now. You got to get rid of him. How long are you going to let this guy do this? And people, I just can't stand that.
You do that again?
I can't stand it.
Please do that again.
Folks just don't know. I just can't stand when people do that. I get it. He made a mistake. I understand.
Yeah.
He'll lose his job eventually. But I just don't like all the hate, just vitriol. I don't like all that. It just drives me crazy. I mean, it's someone's livelihood. What would you like someone every time you made a mistake at your work? Would you like someone say fire you? Because God knows you made a mistake at your work too, and they forgive you. But folks don't see it like that because we out on Front Street. I don't know. Maybe I'm coming at it a different way, but I hate when I see all this stuff. Fire this guy, cut him now, get rid of him. Matt LaFleur, what you doing? Brian Gutekunst, what you doing? How long are you going to leave? It's like y'all folks, you people, y'all don't screw up at y'all work. Because you do. We all do. You know how I know? Because we're human. So we're prone to screw up.
And it's amazing. I didn't know you was going to rant like this. Continue.
I didn't know I was going to do this either, but you touched a nerve. I'm just saying. So now he's gone.
Okay, let's be fair. Last year wasn't very good. You got to be fair. And this year, coming into it, he said he changed his body. He was going to do all these great things. And do you want that to cost you a championship? Putting him back? Because they keep giving him opportunities. And maybe he's not a return guy. They've tried to do these things. And now the Colin Hill thing was a head scratcher because Matt LaFleur said something off the field that contributed to Colin Hill because he just got back from the injury.
Right.
So what about that one? Was it?
No, I won't back it up. What you think about Amari Rodgers? Back that up. What you think about what I just said? Are you on these people who out on social network telling this dude, everybody should fire this guy, get rid of him? You on board with that? You on board with putting it out there like that? And do I have a point or not?
You have a point.
Would you do that?
Moreover, it's been happening a lot with coaches this year, and with players. They got a short leash. But normally, okay, let's go back. When you played and I played, draft picks usually get your rookie contract before they usually make changes.
Right.
That you usually get that. So you get 3-4 years. At that point, they're probably thinking, okay.
I.e. Florida State's.
I mean.
I.e. Florida State's.
What? What do you mean?
Jamal Reynolds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. Not to pick on Jamal Reynolds.
Not to pick on, but I like the way he got the 4 years.
Yeah.
He got his contract.
Yeah. Can we pick somebody else instead of a Florida State guy?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I understand it.
But that's my point.
we like to give guys a chance. I would say, to be fair, I think they really have. But it takes away a receiver because Randall Cobb is coming back, I believe.
Yeah.
And they needed the roster spots for whatever reason. But you see, I try to switch to Colin Hill, but he won't let me. But I want you to look at it differently. That if you're a Gutekunst and you see a young man who was drafted to make a difference on special teams, you got a new coach. It's almost not fair to the special teams coach if you say run him back out there again and if he fumbles again. I think it's like I said, it's a fumble. That was a pivotal fumble. Now people make mistakes, but normal people on Twitter, I don't read a lot of that stuff, but them the people that's betting money that want people fired. Normal.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. So you want along from okay.
No. I'm not saying they're not out there.
Yeah.
But I've seen media people in our profession that's tweeting this stuff.
Okay, now that's a different conversation. Because I think fans,
and if you want to go fans, maybe. I'm
okay
talking
with that,
about
but media
folks
people
in our profession.
You got a great point.
It's what I'm seeing.
You got a great point. Yes.
But even for fans, to me, that's why I brought it back to the fans.
Yeah.
Do you make mistakes at your job?
Of course they do.
And do you get do-overs at your job?
Some people get fired if you don't perform. I mean, we just don't know about it.
But nobody is putting it out there that fired this dude at your job.
That we know of, I'm sure.
Nobody's doing that.
Not to that level to where millions of people know. So I get your point.
Anyway, that's just me on that. Should they have moved on? Yes. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying how people just do this. Yes, they needed to move on from Amari Rodgers. He was not getting the job done. Okay.
Right.
I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. It is. It's a performance-based business. You're on the hot seat, and he fumbled really way too many times. I mean, I don't even know how many times you watch the game and you just cringe when he's back there because inside you don't have confidence that he's either going to catch it or not fumble.
Right.
I just don't like all the other stuff, how people just go after people and say people should be fired and losing their jobs. I'm not with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But again, tell me what you think about Colin Hill.
Colin Hill, I don't know.
It's a head scratch. We'll wait for that one because I don't know. Because we don't have enough information why they let him go. Because I think they said something off the field, so something may have happened off the field, but whatever. So now I will say this: that was classy. What did you think about this? Because you were at the game. Mike McCarthy comes out before the game. They put up the coach's name and Mike McCarthy's name. I don't know if they do that at every stadium.
See, I missed all that. I didn't see it.
It was very nice. They put up his name. They welcomed all the former coach, Rob Davis, and all the coaches that coached with the Packers. And just, it was very classy by the Packers, I thought. I don't know if they do that for every time. Because when Mike Holmgren came back, I don't remember when he was with Seattle if they did that. I got to figure that Ted Thompson probably wasn't going to.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. But I thought it was great to see them welcome Mike McCarthy back before we get into the game. So I was okay with Mike McCarthy before the game. Him and Aaron Rodgers, Briscoe, we talked about on one of the episodes. Well, how was that interaction going to be? And he went to Randall Cobb, and so it was just really classy. So that pretty much was it. So okay, going into the game, my biggest thing was I want to see how both quarterbacks play. But Rudy Ford, people don't know this guy, Gary. Rudy Ford is a journeyman from Auburn, played on 4 teams.
You got to look him up.
I asked Siri about, give me, she said, what are you talking about, LeRoy? I'll get back to you.
Look him up.
I asked Alexa, she was like, what are you talking about? There is no Rudy Ford. Yes, it is, number 20. I was so happy to see them. But the most impressive plays wasn't the 2 interceptions to me, Gary, for Rudy Ford. It was an open field tackle that he made right off the tackle. in open field. I think it was against Pollard.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like to me they moved Savage up front. How long have I been asking for that?
All right, let's go. I'm glad you're there.
Yeah.
How long you been talking about Savage?
Oh my God. Get him closer. Get him closer. He'll be more effective. And
at least 2 years.
Yeah, at least.
That you've been
sometimes
saying
you
this.
get stuck in the wrong position.
That you want him in the slot.
Yes. Because I think there's more things up there you can do. You can send him in. You can blitz
He can be a little
cover.
nosy.
Yes. Because you can't be nosy when you're in the deep middle. But Rudy Ford, you can't move. He has to play. So the rotation, though, with 31, 26, and 20 at the safety position and moving them up in the slot, I think caught Dallas by surprise. Because they was probably looking at, oh, that's first interception.
Mm-hmm.
That was designed for Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the good thing about it was the communication issues. Dak Prescott called out CeeDee Lamb. He ran the wrong route, allegedly. Him and Schultz are not on the same page. You got to cross that safety's face, and most guys don't want to do that. Now, CeeDee Lamb had a great game, 11 catches over 150 yards, but the 2 interceptions, it was shocking to see because you don't normally see safeties get interceptions down the middle, and that's McCarthy's offense, right? They throw the ball a lot.
A lot. I mean, you figure they're up 14.
28-14.
And they're throwing a football.
Yes.
All they had to do was salt the game away, and they chose not to do that. So I don't know if that's on Dak, Mike McCarthy, but
you know who is on.
But still, I mean, that they should. I mean, Pollard is a really good running back. He got over 100 yards, which you thought that he would, because the Packers give up a lot of yards rushing.
Right.
You would have thought that they would try to run the football a little bit more, and they really just played into the Packers' hand, basically.
Yeah, because Pollard had 22 rushes, 115 yards, and he had some pretty good runs. And the Packers got to get better at stopping and run. But I'll tell you what, Gary, stay on the defense for a minute.
Could we?
Quay Walker playing his tail off.
Well, and he's got the radio in his helmet. That's really tough to do, to have a young kid like that to have the radio, then set the defense and all that.
It's hard. But I think he had like 12 total tackles. He had to line up other young guys. But McDuffie, he had a bunch of tackles. And it seemed like the defense had some spots they got to clean up, but they played hard down the stretch because, like as you indicated, when they were down 28-14, I know what people are saying. Fire people, cut people. I can't take it no more. Honey, I'm done. Go in the basement. And then your wife says, hey, it's tied. You can come up now. Because after losing 5 in a row, Gary, you scored 9 points against Detroit and you scored 31 in Dallas. Some things don't need to be explained.
Right.
You just have to enjoy it. And I was going to ask Mario, but I'm a Christian young man. Can he just show the video of Mike McCarthy throwing down the headset? But I'm not going to do that. Nope. I'm not going to do it. So we're not going to do it. But
what about the disagreement with Rodgers and LaFleur on the sideline? What about that video?
What? Have you ever disagreed with your coach?
Not like that.
So it's a yes or no answer?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you ask me the answer, yes.
Okay.
I've disagreed with my coach.
Oh, so you did what Aaron did?
No, never did that.
Which one was blatant to you? Because it was like 3. 2 of them don't bother me. The 4th down play.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the one. Yeah. Because I don't know.
And I don't know if he MF'd him, but you can't MF your coach.
Oh, that's what you said?
I don't know if he did or not. But
allegedly.
But you can't.
I don't think anywhere you can do that. I mean, I'm going to tell you.
You ain't challenging Mike Holmgren like that.
I wouldn't challenge anybody that
you ain't running up to Bobby Bowden like that.
No, that's a fact. But I wouldn't challenge anybody that puts in 18-hour days. I'm not gonna.
Well, I mean,
I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But we're an emotional game. I'll tell you what.
It is an emotional game.
Fritz Shermer, that's my guy. Love him.
You ain't running up to Fritz like that.
That's a fact. He was calling a lot of cover too. Full disclosure, and Gary knows this. I hate cover 2. 15 yards back. He just gets half the field, getting no action.
Mhm.
I said, man, why are we calling so much cover 2? But I said it under my breath, but he was right next to me. And he took his glasses off. He said, you want to coach or play? I said, I think I'll play. Okay, we'll just play. He never called cover 2 again. But he gets the point. And then in the meeting, he said, don't hold me responsible for the next 3 hours in a game that I may say to you. Because he challenged
between the two white lines.
Yeah,
right
there.
Right.
But it's almost like a parent to the kid. And this is what my mom used to say. If you're doing something, you disagree with your mom, yes, ma'am, you go complain in your pillow.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know about it. Mm-hmm. You're by yourself, because I'm always being watched by the other kids. Mm-hmm. How she's handling this. So Rodgers has to understand that the camera's always on him. He's an emotional guy, but just go and cool down. Because I didn't like that either. I really did it, because no one was happy about the 4th down play. He throws it away.
Well, and it appears that he could have ran.
Yeah.
It appears.
Yeah. Or hand it off and run it 4th and 1. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying it appears after it broke down, he had an opportunity to run it.
Yeah, and at that time, things seemed to come unglued, but which I'll give Rodgers some credit for is shaking it off and keep it moving. Now, here's why I like Matt LaFleur. And I think he can coach in the 90s with us, because that team, you have to be of a tough skin. I got to keep coaching. I can't go back there and argue with you.
No.
I got to keep coaching.
You got to stay on track.
He just moved on.
You got to stay on track.
He just moved on.
Yes.
Most coaches, they're going to go back there and deal with it.
Right. Right.
And then they get away from the game.
But it doesn't do Matt any good to do that, because he's got to keep it moving.
Yes.
Right? He's got to keep coaching. I mean,
yes.
He gets it. He understands it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because you see, Brett would do something, Holmgren would go after him. That's it. Go talk to Sherman Lewis on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, coach, I'm with you. Because we together.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the fire that they needed to come back to beat Dallas. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Rodgers, 14 of 20, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Now I'm going to back up.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the season started, what you said about Rodgers?
Yes.
Passing attempts?
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I said he's going to be okay with throwing the ball 20 times, 20, 25 times. He's going to be okay with that. And I got yelled at. Oh, he's never going to do it. Now, he did throw it 39 times the other game, but that's a different show.
The telltale sign, LeRoy, to me, and I know I'm jumping a little bit.
No.
If he does the exact same thing against the Tennessee Titans.
I'm going to tell you why he will.
So, number of attempts.
Yes.
Over or under 25?
Oh, way under. Okay. Because you were correct. Aaron Jones had 24 carries.
Had to have them.
How long you been asking for that?
Right. Had to have them. That's what it's got to look like in order to win. We were both right on what this offense has to look like without Devontae Adams.
Yes.
That's what it's got to look like.
That's the recipe.
Aaron Jones, I mean, you're going to run into death. I mean, it is what it is. It made you deal, but that's how you got to win. It's a different day.
Aaron Jones, who's one of my favorites. I don't like the Marshawn Lynch thing.
He might get fined for that, I think. No?
He might. So don't do that.
Because I think Marshawn Lynch got fined for that.
He should have.
Yeah.
Because just a lot of kids look up to Aaron Jones, as do I. So, but we all make mistakes. We talked about that. So don't do that anymore. Don't.
But moving forward,
just do the leap.
If they're going to beat the Titans,
just the recipe.
They have the same game plan.
This is it.
They were down 14 and still running football.
This is it. I agree. I just don't understand.
And what about your boy Watson? Christian Watson.
Before we go in here, because we're going to be longer on him. Dylan, It was 2 plays. He carried 5 guys.
Well, yeah, that's what he does.
13 carries.
Mm-hmm.
So I told that 39 carries for 207, 5.3. You put a great segue. You must did radio before. Christian Watts. Now, because I know his dad, so he dropped a 2. You say to yourself, all he has to do is be MVS, which MVS had the drops.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well, they all did.
Yeah.
All of them. Name
Devontae,
them.
Devontae Adams had drops.
James Jones.
Yes.
Jordy.
I mean,
They all did.
myself, I still can't.
Well, you're
catch.
a DB, though. That's okay.
That give me right.
We won't pay you to catch balls.
Thank you. Thank you. But he didn't give
We'll
up
pay you
on
to
it.
catch interception.
They didn't give up on him, but
2020.
He
Not the TV show.
No. First one to do it, by the way. Mario laughing. This guy got so much talent, man. 6'4".
Yeah.
4'3". He's everything Gutekunst said he wanted to be, but he had a couple concussions. He's been banged up. And I was just so happy for him, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
But that last one, GE, he put his hand up like moss. It just ran right through. And the backflip, he looked like...
Don't do the back. If you're watching our podcast, don't do the backflip no more.
Why?
I don't want you to do the
Why?
backflip.
That's his signature. I've been trying to find a name for it.
Don't do the backflip no more.
It ain't even close.
No, because he been...
Man, this man look like Namia Coma Meach.
I'm going to do it. Can I keep you? I'm going to keep 100. Dude been hurt so much. He might pull his back, but come down wrong. Hurt it. Don't do the back. Just do the dance, do the LeRoy thing where he should do it like this and all this mess and this thing. Don't do the backflip. Jump in the stands. I don't even know if I want you to jump in the stands. Just do a salsa. Who did the salsa LeRoy that played for the Giants?
The salsa?
Yeah, do the salsa for the Giants. The slot.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
What's your point?
I forgot. I know you
do the salsa.
He was in London.
Do him. Do that. Don't do the backflip. I don't want you doing no flip. Yeah, salsa, man. Don't do none.
It's not salsa.
What's it called? What's it called? Do the salsa, cuz. What you call it? Do that. How about this? I bring it home. Do a polka. Right?
Polka?
Yeah, you're in Wisconsin. And they can roll out the barrel. Let them roll out the play to roll out the barrel. Let him do a polka. It's Wisconsin.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this.
No backflips.
If you could do a backflip, you got to do it. Because you know why you do it?
No, man.
Because a lot of people can't do it.
I don't want to see no backflips.
Well, I'm happy for it.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm happy for it. I'm just saying.
Let him have fun.
What I want to see, cuz do a polka.
But I will say this, though.
What?
I appreciate Matt LaFleur giving him opportunity, leaving him out there.
You got to.
If he can do that, Gary.
Offense could be dangerous.
Any one-on-one. But see, the only problem is.
He going to get one-on-ones. For at least another couple more games.
Yes.
Because nobody believe him.
Right. They're going to say it's a fluke.
You can't do it again.
But, C-Dub, this Uncle Roy Lee talking to you. Expect the ball. You could have 5.
Yeah, he could have. The one.
Just keep running. Aaron going to throw it to you.
Yeah, he going to throw it.
Any one high safety. I don't care what route you got.
He got to know.
I'm going downtown.
He got to know if it's 3rd and 1. Rodgers is looking to get it to you, bro.
Yes.
He's always done that. That's his thing. 3rd and 1. Don't think he's not going deep.
He's going up top.
Going deep, especially if you one-on-one.
If you one-on-one, C-Dub, expect to get the ball. I don't care what route you got on the route.
But see, once again, that's just learning
for
him, I think.
He was surprised that Aaron's throwing. Dude, you're getting the ball.
He's getting the ball.
So we were very happy for him because he can be a weapon. And if they can get Randall Cobb back, great. But to stay with the offense, now, what did you think when you saw Bakhtiari and Jenkins are questionable, but hopefully they'll play?
Well, I think it's going to be ongoing all year. But that offensive line blocked their tails off.
Yeah.
this last game. And that's why they were so successful.
Right.
They don't get enough credit up front, but you finally got your 5 offensive linemen that you wanted, that you needed in order for it to happen. And that's why those holes that they play and the designs of some of the run plays by Matt LaFleur is absolutely incredible.
Right.
I'm glad they kept the run game, but the line play is really what starts it all. Starts and ends there.
Yeah, because if you can't get protection and
if you can't get push up front, LeRoy, we saw more motion.
Yes.
And you saw more on the center.
Yes.
With Rodgers. That's how it's got to be moving forward.
Play
stacking plays on top of plays.
Right.
Making plays look like other plays.
Yep.
You saw Alan Lazard try to do this little stalk block.
Yep.
But then broke inside to get the long pass down the middle in overtime.
Right.
And that was set up because they were running that play the whole time. So the play looked the same. He came off a little stalk block and then went past the guy.
Right.
That's got to continue to happen.
Those are RPOs. And I tell people, if they're going to stack the box, that play's there.
Yeah.
See, you see Alan Lazard, I think he only had like 3 catches, but he was happy for Watson.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like Alan Lazard is the one guy that's a team player that really is earning a big contract, because that last play, the one you're talking about, 23 yards, those are the plays that are going to be there for him, because they're going to get one-on-one coverage. Now, I will say this. The Titans got a lot of injuries, Gary. The starting center, Ben Jones, is out. Their safety, Amari Hooker, is out. That's a good name. And the kicker, actually, Bullock, is hurt. So Josh Lambo got a backup kicker. Lambo, I think he used to kick for the Jaguars at some point. Bud Dupree, outside linebacker. And so Lonnie Johnson, the backup safety, he's out. And the thing about that is it doesn't really matter who's playing in these particular games. You gotta win this particular game, because you got 10 days, almost like a bye week. So I know it's a short week. You're riding a high. You beat the Cowboys, which is a huge victory. But when you see a lot of starters out like that, how does that affect the players' preparation?
Well, the Packers should not be looking past anybody.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's true.
So all these games now, they got to try to win.
Right.
Not necessarily win out, but you're at Lambeau Field. It's a short week. No matter who's playing, they got to try to win. It's going to be a very physical game.
Right.
They're going to lead with King Henry. You know he comes. Their defense, although they have guys out, they want to hurt you.
They do play for keeps.
Yeah, they're playing for keeps. It's going to be a very physical game.
Can you explain in the 80s what playing for keeps mean when y'all played? And this is our brother, but this is
I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you.
Kenny Stills.
No, I'm gonna bring it home to you. Wayne Simmons.
Oh boy.
Play for keeps.
He don't care nothing about the rules. Just don't. But Kenny Stills hits Matt Suey. Matt Suey's not even in the play.
Oh no, yeah. Matt Suey's just standing around the pile. Just standing around the pile.
Stills.
Yeah, he cleaned the pile up, LeRoy.
Former Badgers. Safety.
Yeah.
That's what playing for keeps.
Yeah, clean it up.
I mean,
clean the pile up.
Have you ever asked him why he did that?
He says he just forgot, lost it. That he don't know. Don't even think he knows today. He just forgot.
You gotta go Google it, man.
Yeah, it's out there. YouTube. It's out there.
I'm sorry, Kitty.
At Lambeau.
I love Kitty.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick read and pay some bills. We may have some bills at some point.
Yeah.
I see you got your cigar shirt on. You looking for a cigar promo?
Well, I'm just a cigar guy. You know I love them. I may go in my garage when I get home and have them.
Okay with cigars.
Yeah.
I don't really like cigarettes.
No, I'm not doing cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I do a cigar. You know, cigar is my therapy, LeRoy.
Yeah, you and Gilbert with these cigars.
Yeah. Cigar is my therapy.
But I want to say something about Educators Credit Union. If you are looking to buy your dream house, open a small business, or purchase a car, Educators Credit Union can help you turn your financial dreams into a reality. I wish I'd have wrote that. Whether you need a loan or a competitive rates and 24 access to your educator's account, they can help you with all that kind of stuff. They got you covered. They understand that one size does not fit all. And that's what I like about them. They have plans just for you. You don't have to come in there with 800 credit rating. They got you covered. And I like the fact that you're not a customer there, you're a member. That's totally different. Okay. Go to ecu.com for more information. Federally, that's a tough word. Federally
federally.
insured by the NCUA. Okay. That's Educator Credit Union. And if you got a cigar shop out there, send us a message to get Gary. He's not going to smoke on the show, but I hope not. But if they pay you enough, he might. No. Okay. So tomorrow is a big day for me. It sounds kind of narcissistic even saying it, but
No, I don't think so. No.
It sounds weird.
No, you got it. I mean, it's an honor. I mean, it's it's one of these things, LeRoy, where I feel like he waited over 20 years for this to happen.
16.
But it, and the day is finally here. Canton. We had a lot of fun there, but this is, the phone call. Your wife Jensen did a great job of keeping it away from you.
Normally, she can't keep a secret here.
Well, I don't know nothing about that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'll let y'all figure that out. I'm not
You
gonna
gonna get in the middle of that.
Yeah,
Okay, I get
it. Jump in that.
Because real quick, she's the person that told me I was spelling Gary's name wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I wrote Gray instead of, because Gary's my best man at my wedding.
Yeah, but
I said, no, I'm spelling it right. She said, honey.
Yeah, some challenges. That's okay.
Just spelling Gary wrong.
Gray,
but it's okay.
Gary.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
So guys, listen to your wives.
Yeah.
I'm excited because hopefully Bob Harlan can be there and my teammates will be there. And to get the Hall of Fame ring of excellence is truly an honor. And I found out today that they're going to put my name next to Woodson, which I was hoping. And because that's something that when you play in that stadium as you did and I did, you don't think about ever going up there with those great names. You just play the game. But ultimately, the fan base is the reason why I play for one team. I'm so proud of that. I mean, I really am. Jim Porter, who's the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, he's in town, Gary, and we had a discussion about what's my most proud moment. I said that I finished my career with the Packers. That means a lot because it's fan base like this that kind of separates you. And sometimes you need to go to other places like Detroit to figure out, hey man, the Packer fan base is very, I'm not talking about you, brother. You got to go to other places and you say, you know what? It's not like the Packers.
It's not.
It's just,
anybody will tell you that.
It's just not.
You know what makes it so special, LeRoy, for the Packers? Because you have to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in order for your name.
It would help. Yeah.
No, ain't no help. Everybody that's up there are in the Hall of Fame. That's the only way you get up there. That's it. It's not like all the other organizations where they just put your name up there, because you were good. And we had a Packer Hall of Fame probably for that. But to get up there, you got to be a Pro Football Hall of Fame member, which you most certainly deserve, and then have your name up there for the rest of your life. I mean, your kids, your grandkids, whenever they go, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's legendary. It's etched in stone. And for real, congratulations. I mean, that's not, it's just only a few far in between in that organization that gets those kind of accolades. I mean, it's unbelievable. You gotta be like you gotta be yourself. Like,
yeah. Cause I Kathy DeWarrick, Tony Fisher, Mark Murphy, and Matt LaFleur, the organization, it's been great to me. It'd be hard to even do it. I said, if I can get my teammates down there with me, that would be amazing. But my mom is something that she always talked about this kind of stuff. For some reason, my mom passed in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first phone calls I got was your mom saying, I'm still your mom and I love your mom.
Oh, by the way, my mom
yeah.
just left Jacksonville last week.
She went to Jacksonville?
Yeah, she told me to.
Did she get there safe?
Yeah.
You can't be messing with Duval, man.
No,
Duval rough.
My mama know how
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
you're right. You're right.
That's one of
She know where.
Yeah,
You're right.
Twisted, but she was there.
I
With
love
her and her
Duval.
girlfriend. Anyway, she said she stayed on the beach. I didn't know Jacksonville had a beach. They had a beach.
This guy don't know that Jacksonville on the coast.
Jacksonville got a beach, man.
We got Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, Bernardino Beach, all that.
Show
Jacksonville. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Go down Butler Boulevard.
I've been to Jacksonville.
Sawgrass.
I don't know if I've seen the beach.
All that's Jacksonville.
Anyway,
yeah.
Let's get back to the Hall of Fame.
But no, that's funny. My mom, she would be proud. I wish Coach Bobby Bowden, Coach Rodgers, my high school coach, I wish all of them could be there. But the one person that'll represent, well, actually two people, Lee Rimmel was my favorite. That kind of got me into the media thing and how to deal with the media. But if Bob Harlan is there, then because he'll be kind of the parent of what it was to be like in the 90s because he was amazing.
He was.
Love Bob Harlan.
He was.
So it'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully the Packers can win. As you touched on, they're going to give King Henry a lot of carries. Hopefully they can stay with this recipe. Aaron Jones, anywhere 25 touches. Aaron Rodgers, under 25 attempts. That's just a good recipe. Because if you can win against the Titans, who not long ago was the #1 seed.
Right.
Okay. So, but it's been a lot of upsets because did you see the Buffalo Bills and the Vikings?
Yeah.
Vikings, man. They figuring out ways to win games.
And that's what it's all about.
Patrick Peterson, one of my best friends.
It could be just their year.
It could be. Because that used to happen to the Packers.
Yes.
It used to, yeah.
When they're doing stuff the way they're doing it.
Yep.
Josh Allen fumbles on the 1 foot line. I mean, it's just, things are happening for them that just doesn't happen. And Justin Jefferson is showing out.
Yes.
I think he is the #1 best receiver in the league right now today. Yeah. Unbelievable. Great draft pick.
I don't think many people argue with that.
Yeah. The kid's just exciting.
It's going to be a lot down the stretch. The second half of the NFL season, real quick, Gary, is going to be different. Because people are saying, do the Packers have a chance? Yes, because you don't know.
Well, 17 games, LeRoy.
Right. You just don't
You might be able to get in this thing with 8 or 9 wins.
Exactly.
Now, the problem with the Packers, though, they lost to Washington.
Yeah.
They lost to the Giants. Yeah. Right. I mean, that's going to hurt them.
These AFC games, you want to win them, but the Jets game ain't going to hurt them. Right.
So we'll see.
The Rams are in a tailspin. I don't know what's going on with them. Right. Arizona looks better with the backup quarterback. Seattle looks good. I mean, they played Tampa Bay tough. Tampa won 2 in a row.
And then all of a sudden, Philadelphia loses.
And then Philadelphia loses.
Against Washington.
Right. Jalen Hurts, to me, still the MVP at the halfway point.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So Packer fans were still in it. Now, losing 5 straight and beating Dallas, and I tell people, we coached the Muskego, we would tell the kids, winning is contagious, it's fun, but so is losing. When you lose, you just get it in your head. You got to get out of that. And you got to figure out, how do we come together and go 1-1 every week, one game at a time. But if you can get this one against the Titans tomorrow, it will really set you up, because now you're 1 game out of 500, and you're right where you want to be coming out of the bye, because it gets tougher. Because you still got Philly, and I don't know how that one loss to the Commanders will change, but Philly can come back to the pack. And wouldn't it be a shame? You know, the Dallases of the world, if you get tied with Dallas at some point, you beat them and you beat Tampa. You beat some of the best teams, but you got to beat the teams you're supposed to win.
Right. You do.
And then you see a team like the Lions playing tough every week. Because you're thinking Chicago, okay, you'll beat the Lions, but Chicago found a way to lose. They turned into Chicago.
Right. But Chicago is on the upswing.
Yes.
Like the future looks bright.
Yes.
My only thing about Chicago is you just hope Justin Fields don't get hurt like RG3 did.
Yeah, good point.
When you're running quarterbacks like that,
yeah,
it's just tough to do.
Before we get out of here, we have to talk about a rest in peace to Brent Moss.
Yes.
50 years old. We don't know all the details yet, but Badger.
Yeah. If you think about the Barry Alvarez era,
Yeah,
I think it starts with Brent Moss, Terrell Fletcher. I mean,
Yeah.
that Joe Panos, that group of guys. And I feel like Brent Moss kind of got lost somewhere in the running back with, and deservedly so. I mean, Ron Dang, Heisman Trophy. I mean, he's going to get, but I think Brent Moss got lost. I mean, he should get more flowers than he's been able to get at Wisconsin. He started all this stuff. It kind of started with him. And if you think about the Badgers through and through, I mean, that team that won a Rose Bowl that year, they started all J.C. Dawkins, those cats. I mean, they had an unbelievable squad. But prayers and condolences goes out to Brent and his family. But I just think he did a lot for the university, did a lot as far as you start talking about running back. He was the original. He started it all. And most certainly Monte Ball and all those guys, Melvin Gordon, all those guys are great backs. But if you want to just say Barry Alvarez, where it started with the original 33, Brent Moss.
Yeah, thank you for that. Again, condolences to his family. Next podcast we're going to try something new because this came from Duval County, of course.
What?
We're going to ask people to submit us questions about anything, relationships, jobs, whatever, and we answer it at the end. But this is
Lord knows I don't need to be talking about relationships.
I know, but they want to know what we think. Okay, so I'm going to tease it now. We'll answer the question.
So I can talk about other people's relationships and not mine.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
that's the best way to do it.
Thank you. I'm good.
I mean, if they ask the question, I mean.
Yeah, good. I just want to
but,
get it. Yeah.
Now, this actually is a friend of mine, but he wants to know what people think. And I said, are you sure you want to do that? He said, yes, because he's struggling with it. And he said he met a young lady.
Are we talking about relationships right now?
Well, you're just teasing it.
Okay.
Because I want you to think about this for next week.
Okay.
Because this isn't the answer you just can just yell out.
All right, well, go ahead.
But he met a young lady at a men's establishment. I think you guys call them strip clubs. I've never been to one because my wife is sitting right over there. By the way.
Anywho, so he met the chick at the strip club.
Yes.
Okay.
So he ended up dating her.
Okay.
They had 3 kids.
Okay.
And it's been about 10 years.
Okay.
She comes to him and says she wants to go back and dance.
I'm going to look over here.
We're going to answer that question next week. You too, Mario. I want you to see what you think. And we're going to try to help him out.
I'm going to look to my right back over it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that way too.
I know what should he do? Should he let her go back and dance? You got 3 kids now. So next episode, we're gonna bring some drama on this show.
Yeah, here, man.
Okay. Gary gonna give you an answer. I definitely gonna give you an answer.
Lord have mercy.
But he begged me to do this.
Yeah, okay, sure.
But we'll do it. That don't have to be quick.
We're gonna talk about scripting next, folks.
How you spell script, man?
Talking about scripting.
S-C.
He's from Duval County.
I just like to help my friends.
What were them jokers? The band down there, LeRoy, Uncle Luke and them.
Two Line Crew. I love Uncle Luke. Shout out to Uncle Luke. Okay. Yeah, I love Uncle. Only problem with Uncle Luke, he's a Hurricane fan. I'm Florida State.
But it's still Florida.
We just beat Miami.
Still Florida.
So thank you guys for downloading the Leap36 podcast. I'm LeRoy Butler. This is Gary or Gray?
Yeah, him too.
Yeah. Gary Ellerson, former Packer, former Badger. Yeah. Thank you again. And next week, help my friend out, guys. We're going to help him out. Give him some therapy. Bye-bye.